Hey everybody. I'm a big football fan. Like I watch all the football games, Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs. Like I've been watching football, for decades. And one of the things I want to talk about is it was the last night. It was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Kansas City Chiefs versus I think the Houston Texans. If I'm not, that's the name or whatever. But um, it was a crazy game because Patrick Mahomes, he looked off. You had Travis Kelsey. He, looked like he didn't, know where he was at. And the Kansas City Chiefs were it was just weird. And, from watching this game, it almost looks like, they were trying to lose the game on purpose. Like, it was just a weird game. And I think the score, if I'm not mistaken, I think the score was 10-13 or something like that. But for a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that has so much talent, a team that's been to the Super Bowl, multiple times, for them to be playing like, they've just, they're rookies, and, just starting in the NFL is crazy to me. Like, if you saw that game last night, you would say, are they trying to lose on purpose? Like, or have they gotten too cocky? Do they think they're going to win every game? Like, that was a game where I didn't even recognize the Kansas City Chiefs, especially when they've got one of the best quarterbacks and a future Hall of Famer, on the team. They have Travis Kelsey. He's definitely going to the Hall of Fame. They have so many great players, and they played horrible. And I know that, they say teams have an off night sometimes, but the Kansas City Chiefs have been, this is the worst. I haven't ever seen them be this bad. It's recently. Like, something's up with that team. And the way they were playing, when you lose to the Houston Texans, like when you lose to a team like that, that says something. And I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they've gotten too just relaxed, but the fans don't pay to see that. Their performance last night was horrible. And I don't know what's going on. And I'm not trying to bring up anything that's false or anything, but behind the scenes, are the players just like, what, we've won Super Bowls, after the day, let's just relax a little bit? Or have they focused on other things in their lives? Like, I know Travis Kelsey, he has a podcast, and I know that might not be his focus. I know that they have other business ventures behind the scenes and different things like that, but I don't know what happened to the Kansas City Chiefs. And if they keep playing like that, then they might never win another Super Bowl if they're playing like that, at least in my lifetime. That was a horrible performance. It's almost the equivalent of when you would see, let's just say, a great team in the NBA that has all these good players and that's done well all the other years. It's almost like when you see a championship NBA team, start to just lose to mediocre teams. I can't explain what happened. It almost looked like they were just trying to lose. For someone like Travis Kelsey I think he came to the bench and he was just, I think they showed him coming to the bench and had his eyes closed and he was sort of, I guess, mad or at himself for, not performing well. But, I don't know what's happened to that team. Maybe there's certain things you can't explain, but for the Kansas City Chiefs to have all those talented football players on a field and lose to, mediocre teams, it's baffling to me. And again, Andy Reid is not the problem. Like, I think Andy Reid is an excellent coach. Andy Reid knows what he's doing. It's not the problem with Andy Reid, because I know some people say, oh, well, maybe Andy Reid isn't, doing what he's supposed to do. No, it's the players. Andy Reid he's still got it. Like, Andy Reid he's a genius when it comes to football. It's not him, in my opinion. it's the rest of the team. Like, they have to snap out of it and get some fire in their belly, as they say, because, if they're going to play like this, next year, then they're going to lose a lot of fans. Like, I've never seen a team. Well, no, I have seen this happen to teams, but I mean, they're too talented, and they have such a legendary coach for them to be performing the way they did. But it just goes to show you, in football, I guess they say anything can happen, and that's what's happening now. Like, now it's it's to the point where some of these games you can't even predict the outcome. Like, but back in the days, you could sort of say, oh, well, San Francisco 49ers are going to play. Oh, they're going to win against this team. NFL now, you don't know who's going to win week to week. Like, you really don't know who's going to win. There could be a team that is great with a bunch of star players lose to, let's just say, the New York Jets. Like, that's where we're at right now. So, I just don't know what's going on. I really don't. It's strange. It's weird. Maybe the NFL needs to do maybe a NBA investigation or something like that to see if the players aren't, throwing games on purpose and losing on purpose because they're maybe betting or something. I don't know. These are just allegations I'm making up, but it's just odd to me. And what else did I want to talk about? I also want to talk about just Jerry Jones. In my opinion, and I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan for a long time, Jerry Jones is, him giving that big contract to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, for the type of money he's making, the Dallas Cowboys, it's like they always just find a way to lose. It's like they'll go on this period where you're thinking, okay, well, this is the year. This is the year they're going to go far. They're going to get, to the Super Bowl maybe, and then something happens. They always just collapse. And so maybe it's Jerry Jones, and maybe they need, somebody else to advise the team or something, because I don't see how, they gave Dak Prescott a huge contract. I mean, he's making good money, and for them to be playing the way they're playing every year. And it's disappointing as a Dallas Cowboys fan, because I remember back in the 90s when they were just the team that everybody wanted to watch and things like that. And Dallas Cowboys have such a loyal fan base. Like, if you notice, their games, their stadium, full of people. But it's just like they don't live up to they don't live up to the hype sometimes. Well, a lot of times now. So I would just say, hopefully one day, maybe in my lifetime, because I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, maybe, they get their stuff together and win a Super Bowl or something. It's just like every year, you're like, oh, well, you know what? Things are picking up, and then they collapse. They fold like lawn chairs, as they say, or beach chairs, whenever, they're in the moment to be great. So I don't know, maybe it's Jerry Jones, maybe it's his fault, maybe it's the coach's fault, but Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott need to get it together. And then if the Dallas Cowboys do well, here's the thing, that's good for the NFL. They have such a loyal fan base. People will definitely tune in to watch the Dallas Cowboys in a Super Bowl. Like, could you imagine the Dallas Cowboys in a Super Bowl game with Dak Prescott and them, in having the ability to maybe win? Like, the just the fan base alone, in people seeing that, this team has a possibility to, actually do something great, would totally, revenue would shoot up everything. Like, the Dallas Cowboys being a winning team is very important, in my opinion, in the NFL. Texas is a huge state with football. People love football in Texas. Like, one thing I'll say about people in Texas, they love football, whether it's college football, whether it's the, NFL. Like, folks in Texas just want a winning football team, on the professional level. And if Dallas could make that happen, that would be huge. I mean, I would definitely tune in for that. But, I don't see, it's just the NFL right now is just it's in a weird place, in my opinion. I mean, it's teams that you don't expect to win are, starting to win. So, maybe that's a good thing from the standpoint of, you can't predict what's going to happen, and it's given other teams that, might have not had a shot in the, years in the past. Maybe it's given the teams that you don't expect to win. Maybe it's given them opportunity to actually, do something and surprise some fans in the NFL. I don't know. And I know I'm rambling and all over the place, but it's just let me know how you feel about the Kansas City Chiefs game against the Houston Texans. Like, did you think something was off? I mean, do you think the guys are tired or what? Or you think they got too much going on in their personal lives? But just let me know how you feel about the Kansas City Chiefs and, their performance in 2025. Thank you.